The heat in my car is unbearable, but so is my social anxiety of vlogging outside in public. Forgive the general moistness. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time on your trip. I had a great time on mine. You posted your last video about the topic of place about a day after I had left Los Alamos, New Mexico. My reaction to that town really surprised me. I was there for about 20 minutes before I changed my trip schedule so that I could spend another day there. And on my way out, I was Googling internships that I could do so I could move there for a summer. I feel so drawn to that weird town. In World War II, it was the town of the Manhattan Project, and now it's the town of the National Laboratory. It's got a ton of history, and it's got all these weird quirks. It's got my cousin Ken and Kara, who I'm such a huge fan of. I could count on one hand the number of times that I have gotten to hang out with them before this trip. I want to be there more. I want to do stuff there. I want to hang out and go on walks there. I really like it. I really like it. I've never felt that before. I've never felt such a strong draw to just pack up everything and move anywhere before. In your video, you seem to be talking more about a community's relationship with a place rather than an individual relationship with one. And that got me thinking about my school. My school is located in one of the more dangerous areas of Philadelphia. There's a lot of poverty, a lot of crime, and my school has been growing very rapidly recently. It's getting more national recognition, more applications, more students, more money, and that's creating a really big problem with their relationship to the community, which is abysmal. It's abysmal. Most of the students are white. They're coming from middle to upper middle class households. They're moving into these very poor neighborhoods, paying more for rent, jacking up the property values and then the property taxes so that the mostly black residents who already live in that community can't afford to live there anymore, and they're displaced. Local community members who stay are treated like shit by the students and the school, in addition to not making eye contact and generally being very rude. Students will also treat the place that they live like a trash hole. A literal trash hole. Seriously, I have seen students take armfuls of trash out of their apartments because they don't have garbage bags and just lay them out on the sidewalk and expect the trash people to take them. And when they don't, those trash piles just sit there, they build up for months. It is obscenely disrespectful. And my rapidly growing school seems to be completely ignoring their geographical context of being a city university in one of the biggest cities in the Northeast. They're trying to be like non-city universities and have this big expansive campus and a quad and stadiums and they're gonna tear down our libraries so that they can have a quad.
A quad! A quad! A quad! People don't go to that school so that they can have a quad.
When they undertake these construction projects, they have to knock down shit, like schools. That doesn't seem like a good idea. And you think if they're going to be knocking shit down, they would discuss these plans with the people who are going to be living there for more than 4 years, but they not a peep, not even a little peep-a-doodle. Nope. I really liked your point about the importance of a community's history and context to a particular place. These kids from my college started this community outreach group thing where students from my school and local community members, business owners, etc. could have the opportunity to meet and actually kind of hash things out and come up with an actual plan for ways to improve relations between the students, the school, and the community. One of the ideas that we came up with for improving the students' relationship with the community and helping people to learn to be less shitty in the place that they live was to incorporate some kind of community history lesson into first year or incoming student orientations. Most students who come to my school, what they are taught about the people who live there is that they are all dangerous and bad and will probably mug you if you make eye contact with them. It's completely dehumanizing, and it allows students to bubble everyone who lives there into this other, which is especially shitty when most of the students are white and most of the long-term community members are black. That's a problem. That's a problem. This whole thing plays into something else that I wanted to talk about with you on this channel. This whole notion of school pride. This whole issue obviously has a big impact on how I feel about my school. School pride is a topic that I think about a lot this time of year with everyone moving in and being all rah-rah and everything. I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I'm curious about yours. I'm not sure what kind of school you went to for your undergrad, if that was a big thing there, and if it played a role in your academic life and your life outside of academics. Also, you're in grad school now. What is that like? Do you feel a strong connection to your school? Do you feel proud when your school wins the sports? Does how you feel about your school align with how most of your grad student peers feel? I'm curious. I think I'm about to have a heat stroke, so I'm going to leave this car and go get some ice cream. I'll talk to you later.